Hey, yes. Let me hit the record button so that way y'all will have all of this. So what I usually do on the VIP session, I know it was a lot of information. I like to address any questions or concerns. So we'll stay as late as you guys want to stay. I want to make sure everybody got clarity on everything. So any questions or concerns is basically like an open Q&A. That way you can have clarity to get up and running. You guys pay for the VIP, so I don't want to leave any I's undotted or T's crossed to make sure y'all know and put y'all in the game to start y'all Amazon business. Who we got starting first tonight? Coming to the mic. Don't be shy. Don't be shy, y'all. Come on. Don't be shy.
So I have a question about the address.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you suggest that we actually get like a business address, like I think UPS or FedEx or whatever, they have their separate address? Or do you suggest like we use like what we have, like our home or apartment or whatever?
I do, if you do have the funds to get like so what I use, I have 5 different accounts. I use a UPS. They have the real box addresses. So that's exactly what I use through UPS. I'm not sure if FedEx does it, but all of mine are through UPS. It's like a virtual address. And that's what I use because it will be displayed on your seller profile. So a lot of people kind of funny about having their personal address being shown on Amazon like that. So if you don't want it shown, I do suggest go ahead and sign up for like a UPS box. It'll give you like a number and then like a street address. So that way nobody will actually know exactly where you stay. So that was a great question.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. What we got coming to the mic tonight, y'all? Y'all talk to me. Don't be shy.
I've got a couple questions whenever.
Yes, sir. Who I'm talking to? Yes, sir. What's your name, sir?
Haristo.
Haristo, how you doing tonight, sir?
Pretty good. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Well, I'm gonna piggyback off that question about the address.
Okay.
Who exactly will our address be visible to except Amazon officials, I guess? I mean, it's not going to be to the public or anyone actually purchasing something from us, will it?
Yep. So that's a great question. So your business address will be public to the people that's purchasing from you on Amazon, your business address. Okay. So if it's, your personal address or something like that, you're signing up with a credit card, that won't be visible. But if it's your business address, they're going to display it with your phone number there. So you might want to use something else other than a personal address for that. Did that answer your question, sir?
Yes. Follow-up question to that is,
okay,
can we, let's say I just started that whole process of signing up for the seller account.
Okay.
And just for the sake of time and getting, the ball rolling,
okay,
I just put my, my current address,
okay,
just so I can get to the next step and whatnot. Can I change it later down the line?
Yes, sir. You can change it down the line and they may ask you just to verify it. But yeah, if you just want to get the ball rolling real quick and you want to use your personal, that's fine. You can always change it later.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Any other questions over there?
Yeah. So you mentioned that you have 5 different accounts. So basically, I don't know, today we covered books, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like an account per category, or can you use as many categories as you want, like per account?
Great question. So the reason why I do that is the leverage. So each of my accounts, once they get over $10,000 a month just for leverage, I separate them out. Just because things do happen and it's just my safety. I mean, I really could put them all on one account, but I just don't want one thing to happen and have all my eggs in one basket. So it's smarter to separate them across accounts. And that's why I do that. So it's no specific categories. That was a great question though. But if you wanted to like start a brand and say, hey, I'm only do books or media on this account, you more than welcome to do that. But to me, it's really just more of a safety net on my end, to be honest with you.
Gotcha.
That's a good question. We got some new people coming in. Y'all talk to me. Don't be shy. Everybody can come off of mute if you got your questions, make sure you ask them. You guys pay for the VIP. Don't leave with a question. Y'all make sure to answer y'all questions for sure, or ask y'all questions rather.
I have a question. I was a seller in the past when I was in
Okay.
college,
Okay.
and I haven't touched that account probably in about 5 years.
Okay.
Should I go back and try to use that same account or just start from scratch?
Great question. So I would try to pull it back up and see when you stopped using that account, was it in any bad shape or you just stopped using it?
No, there was one product where I had some packaging issues, so some of
Okay.
the reviews kind of ended bad, but
Okay.
that's about it.
Yeah, I would if you got those bad reviews on there, I would just start with a fresh one. And to do that, did you on that account in college, Mr. Johnson, did you use your personal name or did you sign up as an LLC back then?
As an LLC, I had a logo and everything like that,
Okay.
but it was attached to my personal account, like my personal Amazon account.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So as far as like taxes and stuff though, was it taxed to you personally, your social security number, or did you have an EIN tied to your LLC?
I did not have an EIN. I have an EIN now.
Okay, yeah. So I would say just start clean with a new business address. I'm gonna mute everybody real quick for the recording. Hold on, y'all. Make sure y'all can hear pretty good. And then Mr. Johnson, come back off of mute again, sir. That way. Okay. Yep. So what I would do is start with another LLC, a business address. So that way, those old reviews, you don't want to get those two accounts connected to each other. I would just say start fresh, man, because this would be a whole different business model. And you don't want those old reviews to affect your new business. So I would start fresh, in my opinion.
Okay. And then to piggyback off of that, so I already have an existing LLC. Can I use that LLC since I'm already set up with the EIN?
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
Cool. Thank you.
Yes, sir. No problem. And if y'all have questions on the back end, because y'all going to be thinking other people going to be saying something, you be like, oh, that's a question. Y'all can always come back up. Okay. Who we got stepping to the mic? We got some more people filling in. We still missing quite a few.
I got a question.
Yes, sir. How you doing, man?
Good. So if you have like a individual account set up under your personal name,
Okay.
what's the process like once you get your LLC set up to make that switch it over from?
Yeah, so great question. So that's just under settings. That's all you're gonna do is once you sign in to Amazon Seller Central, you're gonna get your account set up, and then under settings, it's gonna allow you to change. That's just personal information, like a profile. If you had that on an account, it's that simple. It's not anything hard or anything like that to change that over. Questions about the information? Oh, we got Mr. Derek, or who we got coming? It doesn't matter. Come on up.
Hey, brother. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, how are you?
Good. Yeah, can you go over to the real quick? You have the appliance checklist, the arts and crafts, and you were talking about
the chart.
Yeah, the chart.
Yeah, yes, sir. I sure will. Hold on. Let me see if I can find that slide for you.
Yeah,
You want to see this? You want me to pull the slide back up for you?
Yeah, real quick.
Okay, I got you. No problem. Give me 1 minute. Let me try to find it here. There we go. Let me share my screen. Can you see it, sir?
Oh, yeah, I can see it.
Okay.
Yeah, now where it says top 5, top 1%, top 3%. So
Okay.
so the number, let's say, for instance, I see the appliances. So you want to stay within the top 25% of that when you're
Okay.
doing.
All right, so great question there. So actually, I like to be within the top 3%. So you see this first column here. Can you guys see my cursor moving when I do that?
Nah.
Y'all can't see my mouse moving? Okay, so that first category or column is category. Then the next one is top 0.5%, then top 1%, then top 3%. Y'all see that there?
Yeah.
Okay, I like to stay in that top 3% or less.
Okay.
Top 3% or less. So you could take chances and go to top 10, top 25, but the farther you go out, the less likely it's going to have a chance of it selling. Does that make sense? I
Right.
like to stay top 3 and down.
Okay. So you're using that 36,000. Okay, I'm looking at the top 3%. I'm looking at appliances.
Okay.
So you say, okay, at 36,000 appliances or less.
Sales rank.
Oh, sales rank. Okay. And that's going to be on the, what's that called? The
Scott IQ.
IQ. Okay, I got you.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Anybody? Yeah, that's a great question. Any other questions on the chart? Was it confusing? Y'all let me know because we can break it down. We can break it down. And also, when I was scanning the books at the end, if you guys see the book category, I kept referring to the 2.8 million. If you guys see that, that's that top 3%. Okay. So if you heard me saying, hey, well, it's not the best, but it's still under 2.8 million. That's why I kept saying that, because I was still in that top 3% in the book category. Okay.
Good.
All right. Somebody, oh, you ain't got to raise your hand, partner. Come on to the mic, man. You ain't got to raise your hand, man. Come on up here.
Travis, how you doing tonight?
I'm blessed. How you doing, sir?
Doing well, thank you so much. Okay, so I've got a two-part question. The first thing is, how much does the yo-yo, the scanner you're talking? You said they're relatively cheap. I don't know how much do those things cost?
It's about $50.
Okay, and then what is a reasonable, in your professional opinion, inventory budget to start with if you were wanting to do this in more of the passive way and just invest a little money?
How much you looking to make? Because I like to reverse engineer. How much you trying to make?
That's okay. At this stage, that is a great question. We hadn't really considered that, because the truth is, at this stage, we're just looking to be profitable.
Okay.
So, because if we can prove the model, then we can really start talking about the reverse engineering part. I would say, I'm gonna give it to you the way that I have to give it to you, because then you can use your expertise to reverse it.
Okay.
$1,000.
Okay. So
is that a reasonable starting point to say, okay, I can invest this $1,000 and see if it can generate some profitable inventory?
Okay. So if you want to do it passive, on average, whenever you start running it passive, it's usually about a 30% return on investment. So if you had 1,000, you should be looking to make around, $300 or so. And that's putting everything, doing everything from home, not going out, doing anything like that. Now, if you saw at the end today, if you put that sweat equity in, like, I mean, you're going to have those a lot bigger returns than 30% on your money. But if you want to run it passive, you need to have the VAs, the prep centers, which we're going to get into on day 3. I would say about a 30% on whatever you make. So whatever you put in on the low end, well, I would say around the average, it'll be about a 30% return on investment. So for every $100, $30, for every $1,000, $300. Does that make sense or not really?
Plenty.
Okay.
And you went all the way passive. So I wasn't thinking all the way passive with like VAs. We're at least willing to bag and tag and box and shit.
Okay. Well, yeah. Well, if it's that way, then you'll be higher than 30, probably 40 to 50 then.
Okay.
Yep.
Appreciate that.
Yes, sir. No problem, man. No problem. See, Mr. Derek still off of mute or whoever. Yeah, come on to the mic. Y'all go ahead and speak. Yes, sir.
When
Yes,
you're
sir.
saying a 30%, are you saying like that's going to be your profit margin?
Yes.
Okay, so on $1,000, you're going to make $300.
Correct.
Still get the 1,000 back, so to speak, break even, and then make 300.
Correct. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yep. That's what I was trying to explain on the call, because some people they'll look at it as, hey, I spent 1,000, but only get 3. No. We're not losing any money. We're making money on top of it. That's profit.
And
That's a great
if you
question.
go all the way passive.
Say it again, sir. I'm sorry.
Sorry, that's if you go all the way with all the extra things to go completely passive.
Yeah, that's for, and this is average numbers. Some of the products you may find may be a little bit less, some of them may be higher, but just at an average inventory average, an industry average, it's around 30%.
Okay, because I'd be a pretty happy man, which is about 4,000 or 5,000 a month.
Oh yeah, man. It'll be great. And I
mean,
think you froze for a minute. That might have been me. Did I freeze? Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
Man. Yeah, 30%
I know it's
is
gonna
great.
take some time, but I
Yes.
like to get to that point, like 4,000
Okay.
or 5,000 or in that range per month. I'd be set.
Oh yeah. We already got, we got a couple students doing that already, and they just got into boot camp. My last boot camp was in February. So yeah, it's definitely, you just got to build it, stay diligent. It's definitely possible, man. So you should be able to get there 4,000 or 5,000. Matter of fact, we just had somebody had a $2,300 day. So yep.
Wow.
Questions.
I got another question here.
Yes, sir.
So you talked about Scout IQ. I use Scoutly. Are you familiar with that one? And
Yeah,
what's the difference? What's best?
It's good. Either one is fine. Yeah, Scoutly will work too. I think that one is probably a little bit user friendly, since Caleb, I'm not sure if you know the creator of Scout IQ, he just sold to a different company, and I don't want to get into weeds, but Scoutly, yeah, that's still good too. Either one is good, man.
Okay.
Yep. Do we have any other Here we go. Yes, sir.
So like going back to like the business, like I guess like emails and things like that. I have an LLC.
Okay.
All right. So basically, I don't know. You were saying you would better be use like a business account, but you still would have to register as an individual, because I'm like a solo one-man band with that.
You talking about a business email? Is that what you're referring to, sir?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. I was just saying, like, get a dedicated. It could be a personal email, but just make it for your business. Is what I was trying to say.
Regular Gmail.
Yeah. That'll work. Yeah, that'll work. That way you will just have it dedicated, because if you're buying from Amazon, you're gonna have all that stuff in there. Plus your business, it's just gonna get stuff crazy. It's easy to keep everything separated.
Gotcha.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got, y'all don't be shy. I know we got some more questions in here.
Hey, is this is doing the Amazon FBA with a business, is that more complex than doing it personally?
All right, give me a little bit more clarity on that.
Is it the process just as fast? Because that's definitely the way I would go.
Are you saying Amazon FBA versus FBM? Is that the question?
No, Amazon FBA as myself, as an individual versus as a business. The process as far as signing up for an FBA account as a business, the same as doing it as an individual.
Oh yeah. And I guess the reason why I'm thinking the individual, because I'm thinking like you're thinking about the individual plan versus the professional seller's plan. Is that what you're talking about, or no? Because it can kind of get a little bit tricky between using that word individual, because I'm thinking of as a plan, but you're talking about a sole proprietor.
No, I mean my name, period. Instead
okay, just your name. Oh, no. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. You're just being a sole proprietor.
Okay. Now I do have an LLC, and I do think it's set up as a sole proprietorship.
Okay.
Right now.
Okay. Yep. You'll just on those first couple of slides, just make sure you select none. I am an individual. FBA, yeah, it's gonna help you buy back a lot more of your time. So yeah, definitely go that route. You'll see some early sales start to come in, long as you stay within that criteria. of that top 3% and price competitively. So yeah, you'll be good to go.
Okay, thanks again.
Yes. Yes, sir. No problem.
Hey,
Hey, how you doing,
Hey.
sir?
all right. Hey, on that same kind of along that same note, do you
Okay.
recommend getting an LLC?
Eventually, yes, for tax benefits and purposes. Now, I think the gentleman said earlier that he just needed to start with his social, which is fine. But eventually, yeah, it's going to keep everything clean and you won't be liable if something did happen. You always want to separate that stuff. It's just the right way to do business. So eventually, even if you can't do it right now, put that on the list to do sometime in the future. Great question.
It's definitely a big help on the tax side.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Keeping more money inside pocket National Bank for sure. Yes, sir, Mr. Derrick.
Yeah, I guess for tax purposes, like I guess you could write off your like the printer, the labels, the boxes, stuff like that. So I guess you can get more of that money back because Uncle Sam definitely gonna take
For
a
sure.
chunk of that.
Yeah,
Especially if you're getting towards the $5,000 to $10,000 a month.
Yes, sir. Yeah, it's just clean all the way around. No, we got some people that hadn't came to the mic yet. No questions from some of these people. I wanted to make sure to talk to everybody tonight.
Can I hop back in on the question here?
Absolutely.
All right. So you talked about like sourcing books. So I go to like library sales and I source books at library sales. I mean, I find like I guess the quality is a little bit better.
Okay.
At the library sales. I also tried the Goodwill and I met the manager and I got a Gaylord, but I think I overpaid because I mean
if you don't mind telling me how much you paid for it, man.
It was like 50 cents a pound. It was like 800 pounds, but I didn't find that many books. I don't know if it's location as far as where they're getting the book from or what. I don't think I found too many books in there.
Yeah, they overcharge you for sure. So you paid 400 for that one Gaylord?
Yeah, about four. Yeah, about four.
Yeah.
Something, yeah.
Yeah, they probably would. Were you a regular in that area or you just went in just trying to?
Yeah, so I started looking at different thrift stores and stuff like that.
Okay.
And I realized we had one of the big donation centers here.
Okay.
All the Gaylords in the back and stuff. So I just kept going. I went a couple times, like, hey, can I talk to the manager?
Yeah.
A couple times, like, yeah, I'll call you. I mean, no one called back. So I just went back again, like, hey, can I talk to the manager? I finally got in contact with the lady. She does like I guess they post up on their Goodwill website.
Okay.
Stuff like that. So she does all that stuff in the back. And I met her and I talked to her and stuff like that. And I was a little bit eager. I didn't really do too much research. I'm like, 50 cents a pound. That sounds great. I get all these books, probably get them 50 cents a piece and I can make all this money, but the quality just was there.
It ain't work out. Yeah, man. And some of them will be bad. It's more of a numbers game because getting those 48 Gaylords in, like some of them would be bad, but we always, I think, on every one, we would turn a profit on them just because everything is condition wise. So a lot of, how long you been selling on Amazon?
Probably like 2 months now.
2 months. Have you been listing products as new? Are you?
I haven't done anything new yet. Just put very good, like new, but nothing like brand new yet. Yeah.
And that's probably one of the reasons why, but like I was saying, on the boot camp, a lot of people are afraid to list this new, but long as it's new, and the customer, when they receive it's new, you're not going to have any issues. Like I've been doing it since 2011. And really that was a big part of me hitting my first 6 figures back in 2011. Probably 60 to 70% of my books I sold were new from thrift stores. But again, I'm not forcing them to be new. You got to make sure the quality is there. But I guarantee you in your area, that same Gaylord, you probably, some of those books you listing as like new, probably could have went as new, but you didn't feel comfortable with listing it as new.
Yeah.
And it's a big price difference between the two. So when you start scanning, I know you say you use Scoutly, like those used books could be, I don't know, 30, 40 bucks. But then when you look at the new side, they could be going for 100 and 120. And then a lot of people leaving a lot of money on the table because they just scared to accurately grade the books.
Yeah.
But that's not the case for me. You know, I'm gonna take what they give me, and if I see the book and I know it's never been read, I'm gonna list it that way. And again, let me just disclaimer: I never pump them up. If they use, try to make them new, but if they new, I let them rock.
All right. All right.
Good question. Good question. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You ain't got to raise your hand. Come on, y'all.
Is it me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I got a list of questions.
Let's go, man.
Everyone's probably gonna, come
Let's
up with
go.
these questions eventually. Okay, so let me get these out of the way real quick.
Okay.
Are we gonna be able to have access to these recordings?
Absolutely.
Okay. Second question. Is there like after this weekend, let's say, is there gonna be like a community where like all of us can potentially communicate, like a Discord server or something like that?
Yes, sir. It'll be an offer for that on day 3. Yes, sir.
Okay. Next question. Okay, so I know we went over books today and kind of like the hustle method, so to speak. Are we gonna talk either tomorrow or on day 3 on how to like find products online? Kind of not, I don't want to call it the grunt work of going, and finding everything in person.
Right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's day 2 will be. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
That was it. Just get the process rolling, but doing it all online.
Yes, sir. From the comfort of your home. So using a laptop, and your internet, we're going to get on that in day 2. And then day 3 is the automation part. I'm going to show you how to tie it all together on day 3.
Okay. Next question.
Nah, you good. Keep going, boss. You good, man.
Okay. So I know everyone's kind of asked, should we start as an individual or, list our individual information and address just to get the account started, but then transition into an LLC. And I'm not talking about like the pro plan. Like it's kind of implied eventually you're going to want to get that.
There you go.
But I'm talking about how soon can we get an LLC? Because I tried doing this several years ago, but not like this.
Okay.
And getting like the LLC approved and actually getting that EIN number, that takes some time usually. It's not like I can just go right now. I mean, I can get it started now, but it's going to be a little while before it all gets approved. Am I better off just being an individual and getting the account started, and then depending on how long it takes to get all the business details, to receive all that, then change it in the settings, or wait?
It depends on your personal goals, at least for me. Because you could pay a company to do your LLC. It shouldn't be a hard process. I usually just register mine through the Secretary of State. But it shouldn't be too long of a process for an LLC, and the EIN is completely free. That's something that you just go get from the government. I forgot what the site is. If somebody else got it,
it'll still take a couple weeks. It won't be.
It shouldn't be a couple. Is it taking you guys a couple weeks to get an LLC? It doesn't take me that long to get an LLC.
It don't take that long.
No,
Okay.
it don't take me that long to get an LLC.
Okay. And last question.
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. Go ahead, man. You're fine, bro.
Last question is, do you have any suggestions or recommendations for like bank accounts or types of accounts that you could get? Because like, how you're saying you want to get a business email, kind of keep it separated from your personal stuff. So like, I want to have like a separate bank account for like my Amazon business than like my personal checking.
Yes, sir.
Keep it out of the mix.
What I would do, instead of getting a particular bank, whatever bank you use, just ask them to open a business account. I'm pretty sure they already got one. That way you won't be separate all in these different banks. Just ask for a business checking account and they'll be able to open that for you, sir.
Gotcha. Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. No problem, man. You more than welcome to come back up if you have more questions, okay? Mr. Edward, do you have a question?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. How you doing tonight?
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I was just wondering, how do you go by getting, I know y'all talking about books and everything.
Yes, sir.
How do you go by getting like other products and stuff that's popular that can sell? I mean, how do you, I know so your seminar that you can get that stuff for free. I just want to know what steps would I have to take?
Are you talking about like sourcing online other products?
Yes.
That's on day 2. So hold tight for me. I got you. Day 2, we get on tomorrow. We'll be getting into that, Mr. Elwood.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yes, sir. I got you.
How do you-
Yeah, I got a question.
Yes, sir.
Hey, as far as what's the other inventory labs?
Okay.
That platform puts everything in one area where you can look at prices and find out what's cheaper, what's like, how does the inventory lab?
Are you speaking of Scott IQ or are you talking about the listing software now? Which one we talking about, Mr. The listing software? So I use Scanlister. So the benefit of Scanlister, let's just say if I have, I don't know, 500 products and I'm like, man, I'm not trying to individually put in each one. I'm going to use this Bluetooth scanner here, Mr. Derek, and it's going to pop on like this. And I don't know if you guys right here, it's going to give me like a barcode, and I'm going to scan across these things as quick as my hand can move, and it's going to allow me to put hundreds of items in minutes. Okay.
Are you taking that scanner to Goodwill or you?
Oh yeah, you take it with you. Yes, sir, because it's going to allow you to move quicker. Because if you're again, you can scan with your camera feature, but it's going to be a little bit slower. If you want to move with pace, I'm about buying my time back. So boom, let's just move, scan, and it's going to allow you to pop through.
Right. So you physically, I'm sorry, man.
You're supposed to ask questions.
Going to Goodwill and every book you're scanning, every book that's in the store.
Now, at the beginning, so as a beginner, if you're low on capital, I do recommend that way because you don't know what you don't know right now. You have to get in the field. You got to get some experience. Now, do I do that now? No, I don't do that anymore. But at the beginning of how I built this business in 2010, I would be scanning mostly nonfiction, textbooks, religious books, anything that I thought was going to hold value. I'm hitting it. I need to see if it got value. Like some of these books. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, you go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I was just getting ready to say, so some of these books here, I went out and got some for the boot camp, came from some of the Goodwills so that I can give you guys some examples. What were you going to say?
Okay, so after you do the scanning, then you go home and then you inventory what value of each book, and then you pick up which one that you want to sell at that point?
No, so when we scan, remember Scott IQ, if you remember at the end, it's showing us everything that we need right inside that app. You remember in that app, it's going to show us that e-score. That's how many times it sold in the past 6 months. It's going to show us the sales ranking, and it's going to turn red or green for us. So we already know before we walk out the store, we only making data-driven decisions. We're only buying stuff that's already moving. We're not buying anything that hadn't been moving. We want it to be profitable, and we want the data to be looking good first. Then from there, whenever we get home, Mr. Derek, we're going to stack all your profitable items up, and then you use an inventory lab or a scan lister to list your products fastly in Amazon system.
Okay, got you.
Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, it makes sense. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Real quick, just off of what you was talking about Scanlister. Now you can't use those softwares until you get the professional account though, right? Like as far as you can tie them to Amazon.
Now, Scanlister, I'm not sure about Scoutly, but you can use the database version and you don't have to have Pro.
Okay.
The Scoutly probably, they're very similar apps. I'm pretty sure Scoutly got a database too. You can just download the database and you don't have to have Pro.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like listing them fast. Like, so right now I get my books and I hand list them in. So I go in.
Oh, you hand listing them right now? Oh, yeah.
I got the individual account because it won't.
You got to have the Pro. That's
Third
right.
party. Okay. Okay.
Yes,
All right,
sir. Great question on that. Yep. So let me back off what he's saying. So remember on that first slide between the individual and the professional account, to add softwares. Now, Scott IQ, you can run it without the pro account, but to add like a bulk listing software, like a Scanlister or inventory lab, like my brother saying here, you have to have the pro account because it's going to allow you to connect different software and apps. So yes, sir, that's absolutely correct.
What's your thought on marketing to drive I guess traffic to your products?
All right, great question. I don't ever do any marketing because the products that I source, they're already in high demand. So I let Amazon do all of that for me. All I'm doing is I'm staying competitive on price. So I want to be in that buy box. So when they get to that page, I'm in the prime position to snatch up that sale every time. So Amazon handling all the marketing, driving all the traffic. I just want that product that everybody is already looking for. And I want to get in that buy box in that FBA. And that's how I snatch my money out of that. Great question. So no marketing, no running ads for me. I haven't ever run an ad on Amazon in the past 13 years.
Yeah. So what are your top 5 sellers that you sell that generate most of your money?
Yep. So I'm still probably, I would say at least 65 to 75% still media because it's still the highest ROI. And then as far as like online arbitrage doing other products, I would say about 30%, and those are range. So it's no specific category. It's just I'm basing it off only what's selling, what's profitable at the time, what's in high demand and what's profitable. And I'm gonna show you on day 2 exactly how I do that and what software we use that my team used to find that. So it's no, if I had to say a category, it would still be the top. Books would still be the top category because I can still spend $15, $20, make 100, 150. So that's always going to be the biggest return on investment for my money. But it's other things where the return on investment might not be as big, but they're selling a lot faster. So it could be any of the everyday items, but I definitely get into that on day 2, Mr. Derek.
Okay, as far as another question.
Yes, sir.
As far as do I need like a storage unit to keep these books or like somewhere in the house?
Not if you're doing FBA. Remember in FBA, you shipping them directly to Amazon and they gonna store them for you. But you only want to be sending in fast moving products because over time, the longer that they keep them, the more the fees can incur on you, right? So you only want to be sending them in that's in that top 3%, like we went over on that chart, that top 3%. But you're going to send them in the Amazon Fulfillment Center. They going to store them for you and they do all the heavy lifting. So I do have a warehouse, but you guys don't need a warehouse or anything like that to do this business. Let Amazon do all of that for you.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
If buying online, do you have to have it sent to yourself first, or can you send it directly to Amazon?
All right, great question there. So you are actually talking about what we're going to discuss on day 3. You can have it sent to you if you like, but if you don't want to and you want to fully automate the business where you never see or touch the product, the medium in between that is a prep center. And I'm going to show you guys how to find one and what question to ask them and how to set that up on day 3. So Ms. Watts, it could be either or. Oh, sound like somebody was coming in, but maybe they lost a little bit of signal.
Well, I got another question.
Yes, sir.
So you talked about like the importance of staying by the buy box and stuff like that.
Right.
I'm sure you probably got like repricers and stuff like that. Can you talk about that a little bit? Because I didn't hear you touch on that during the thing. Maybe you did. But like the importance of it.
The importance of having a repricer.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So the reprice is going to keep you prime position. So with that buy box, I like to be around that buy box again, because it's 85% of the sales on Amazon come through it. So I like to be in between 1 to 3% of that buy box. What that repricer does, that software, is no matter what, like right now, even though we own this call, it's constantly positioning my price right now on all of my products to keep it within that buy box. So when Amazon decides to rotate it and it's my turn, I'm going to be in that buy box to be in that prime position to get the next sale. So basically, it's like a formula that keeps you can set your minimum, because you can say, hey, I don't want to sell my price for under 50, sell my product for under $50. Your max might be 100. The buy box may be 75. It's going to keep moving your price so that you can be positioned to keep getting that buy box left and right. Does that make sense, sir?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Got some questions here, y'all. Oh, somebody put something in the chat. Just got in. I think he asked this already. Mr. Edward, I see your question in the chat. Did I answer that already, or you want me to go back over it? You let me know, sir.
Yeah, you answered it already.
Okay.
I did want to ask another question though.
Let's go. Yes, sir.
Now I hear that you're selling books, but
Mhm.
what would make people kind of go for, I guess, buying a book as opposed to just downloading and kind of listen to an audio though? I mean, is that much demand into it as far as them buying the book?
Yep. So remember now, we're not trying to, at least for me, I'm not trying to change anybody's mind. I'm only looking at the data that's given to me on these apps. So when I
Okay.
scan these products, it's already telling me. So I don't know, to be honest, they could get the audio book or they could get an ebook. But when I scan these products, it's telling me that people are already buying this product, right? So
Okay.
for whatever reason, to be honest, I don't really care why they buying them. I just know that they buying them because Scott IQ is telling me that.
Okay.
So once I see that they're buying them, I see that I can buy that same product under value, like we shown in the example. This set here selling for $750. I can get it for $20. All I know is somebody's eventually going to buy it again. I list it on Amazon for sale. Boom, I get that sale. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Now that software you told me that what's it called? I something or
Scott IQ.
Scott IQ.
Yes,
Is that
sir.
free?
Yeah, well, it's a free trial. You want me to drop the link back in the chat for you?
I appreciate it. Yeah.
Yes, sir. I got you. I dropped both of them in the chat to those of, and I think the trials are maybe 14 to 30 days. I'm not sure if it's
Okay.
probably 14 to 30, but if you don't find value in it, just cancel before it charges you, man.
Okay. All right. I appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, no problem, boss. No problem. Questions. I wanted to talk to everybody. Y'all don't be shy. Don't be shy, man. Y'all come and holler at me.
I was going to ask if you can
Yes, sir.
you post those 3 links that you posted in the previous chat, because I closed out of that one.
Oh, yeah, yeah. You want me to post them again? I got you.
Please, thank you.
Yes, sir. I think, yep, upgrade everybody here already in the VIP. Did you see them pop up on your screen, sir? The other one was just the upgrade to the VIP, but y'all, everybody here already in the VIP. Did you see them, or you want me to post them again there? It should be in the chat.
Yeah, I don't see it.
You don't see them? Okay, let me post them again. How about now?
All right. Yeah. No, because I read it. Yeah, I got it. The Scout.
Okay. Yep.
IQ.
Okay. Yes, sir. You'll see some faces here. Anybody else had questions? Y'all making it a short night for me. I thought we would have some more questions than that. Yes, sir. Seen a couple folks come off of mute. Yes, sir.
I was just gonna ask. I had something come up for tomorrow night, so I won't be able to actually watch live. So
Okay.
are we gonna get like an email after the meeting's over?
Yeah, it's
record?
usually 24 hours for the recording comes. So it'll be before day 3 that you'll get the recording for day 2.
Okay.
Yes. Sir.
I'll hopefully be back for the VIP session. But
Okay, man. Yep, we'll be here. We'll be here.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you.
Yeah, so those recordings, how long will they stay up for? Is there a term limit?
No, y'all in VIP, so everybody here y'all get lifetime access. So anytime you want to watch them, you'll be able to go back and watch them, sir.
Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Mm.
Yeah, no problem. Yep, Miss Turner, you ain't got to raise your hand. Come on up, Miss Turner. Let me try to get you off of mute, ask you to unmute. Appreciate you coming and speaking. How are you doing tonight?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm doing great. How can I help you?
Someone mentioned, you were saying that I guess the software where you put the books on Amazon, that you could only use it with the Pro. So would it be advisable to just go ahead and do the $39.99?
Yes, ma'am. So if you serious about it, that's what I would jump out and do. If you know that you gonna take this business serious and actually do it, yeah, it's advantageous to go ahead and do the Pro. But if you just kind of so, I would just wait and just use more of the free options at this time.
Okay. And how much would it be, like, if all of the different items that like the software and the Scott IQ, how much do you think the initial investment to
once
start?
you is up and running and start making money? Because you can get started for free. Are you saying, like, if you take it serious, like to get everything, how much would it be? Is that what you? Yeah, it's probably around I probably spend around $330 a month in software, maybe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And that's not bad, consider like what you can make off of it at all. So it's about $330, not counting my VAs and stuff, which we'll talk about the price of those on day 3. But just in like software, what I showed you guys today, it's about around about $330.
Okay. And if you go the free route,
yes, ma'am.
I guess you're gonna show us how to put it on the site.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You'll get some videos. I didn't want to draw it out too long, showing you guys step by step, but yeah, it's a instructional video. I'll be able to send you guys on actually how to list a step by step. Yep, I got you. No worries.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's all.
Okay, no problem. If you have any other questions, make sure you come back now.
All right.
Okay. All right. Mr. Steve, how you doing, man? I seen you in the Telegram chat. How you doing, boss man?
Doing pretty good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How can I help you, sir?
Well, first I want to say I really appreciate being a part of all this. I mean, I know we pay for it, but I thank you, man, And also I'm gonna set up my Scanlister account tonight, and I'm also about to go out and purchase a couple more bookshelves.
Okay.
Is there a over-the-counter USB scanner? I know you have a link for the in the one of the PDFs in the course, but is there anything that I could look for while I'm out tonight trying to, just that I could pick up?
Oh, you talking about like a Bluetooth scanner?
No, like the USB scanner, the one that.
Oh, you talking about the guns?
Yeah, the gun.
Shoot, man, Staples and Office Depot, they do carry them, but man, they so expensive on there, man. I would just try to wait it out a day or two and get them from Amazon. I think the last time I was in Staples to get one, man, it's probably like $200-300. You can get them from like $30-40 online, man. So if you could wait, I would. But if you can't, you want to get started tonight, then yeah, a store like Office Depot, I'm not sure what's in your area, something like that, man.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We got a couple of those Staples, Office Depot. I'll look into that, but more than likely, like you said, I'll just end up getting it offline. But
Yeah, man, that's your best bet. Do like a 1-day shipping or something, and then just have it tomorrow, man.
Yes, sir. Bet.
Yep.
Appreciate it, man.
You're welcome, bro. Any other questions?
So do we currently have any PDFs or any material that we should have received yet?
Oh, no, sir. So he's actually inside of my my course. So he's actually in my Telegram. He just
Okay.
joined the boot camp also. Yep. So that's
Gotcha.
why he has some other stuff. Got any other questions, y'all?
So in reference to buying back time,
Yes.
how many hours a day do you usually get all of your stuff together as far as your products situated, post them up on Facebook, getting it ready to go per day?
I really don't do much now.
Oh, okay.
I really focus on my social media and stuff. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
say as far as like actually doing the business and stuff, maybe I'm mostly in support. So most of my business now is automated if I'm not helping students and stuff. So I would say less than 30 minutes a day checking stuff. I might check my account to see where we at on sales, different accounts and things like that. See if it's any fires, check on my VAs. I do still manage my VAs. I don't have a manager for my VAs. But yeah, it's not much time at all right now, to be honest with you. It's more support and helping other people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I mean, once you get set up, you can get, it just depends on how you want to set your business. You can set it up that way, or I do advise though, before you fully automate it, to understand the business, because if something goes wrong and let's just say we're not working together, you want to know how to fix it for yourself. You don't want to get into some place and then something happens and you're like, man, I don't even know what to do. Trav said this and I never had to do that part. I like for people to actually understand what's going on first before you put it on full automation. So that way, you know, you can, if need be, you can fix something if something ever does happen.
Right. Another question also. So how
Yes,
do you correct the bad review if you, I'm not sure if you ever got one.
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
How do you correct the bad review? If you do get one?
Absolutely. It's no avoiding the bad reviews, man. I was talking to somebody about that in the chat the other day.
Yeah.
But with FBA, it's as simple as, if you're doing FBA, it's as simple as requesting to get it removed. And I don't know what Amazon got going on right now, but as soon as you request to remove it, they just scratching through and removing all of them. So it's no real work to get them removed right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was a process where, you know, you get banned or you get like, you know, oh, okay.
No. Now, let me say this though, with Merchant Fulfill, it's not the same process. Again, Merchant Fulfill is whenever you're doing the fulfillment process yourself. Now, you're not able to get them removed that way. You're going to have to contact the customer. You're going to have to ask them to remove it. They could remove it. They might not. Now, once you get over a 1% ODR, which is an order defective rate, they will give you a warning on your account saying you need to tighten it up. And they might put you on like a 30-day probationary period saying you need to rise it up. So I think that's more what you're talking about whenever you hear these scares from Amazon sellers account. It's more on that side. But FBA, unless you're selling like counterfeit products, that's probably about the only way you really can get banned. Because all the fulfillment and customer service, Amazon handles all of that.
Yeah, I have another
Brad,
question too.
Oh,
Can you hear
I'll
me?
let that
I'm sorry.
question go first. Go ahead,
Okay.
brother.
No, go ahead. Go.
Well, my question is not related to the training itself.
It's
I heard
all
you
good.
mention that Steve was a part of your other group and he had some other things. And you also mentioned that you were gonna present an offer on the third day.
Yes.
I thought that's what I had done already. So like when I signed up for the boot camp,
Yes,
I
sir.
took all of the upgrades.
Yes, sir.
So I ended up in the, I think the silver membership of your.
Okay.
So do I have what I need? Am I
Yes, you
good?
do.
Or
So you should be in too. Just send me an email if you didn't get that email. And tonight I'll make sure you get access to everything. But you
Okay,
should
I
be
think
in there with us too.
Okay, and that's where I want to be. That's where I
Okay.
have access to like future community and all the stuff Steve's talking about.
Correct.
Cool.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, my question is, I work during the week. Is this something that can be done on the weekend, or do I have to kind of, some days? I mean, I do want to go hard on it, but
yes, sir.
It's just tough working and trying to, do something on the side at the same time.
Yes, sir. Oh, yeah, man. FBA will be perfect for you because you can scout whenever you want to, ship them off, and then whenever those orders come in, you'll just see your account balance go up. You won't have to fulfill anything. Amazon is going to take care of that for you, so that'll be perfect for you, man. That way, when you're working your job, you don't have to worry about it. You can have some extra money coming in, and then those times when you're free, you feel like it, you're not tired, you can source, you can ship those things in, and then just keep it working that way. So yeah,
Cool.
it's very
All right.
flexible.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
I know you mentioned this like once or twice, but going back to the all right, so the address you said is not, I guess they look at you kind of sketchy. You keep changing your address.
Correct.
So I don't know if you don't have a PO box, like, should I get one first or should I get one like after the fact?
All right. So, okay. So don't use a PO box because they won't accept the PO box. So it has to be a virtual address. So a virtual address, kind of like a real address, or a ghost address, which I just use UPS. I'm sorry, go ahead, sir.
No, go ahead. You're right. Go ahead.
Oh, yep. So I just use UPS. And I think the question you were asking me, is it okay for you to go ahead and use your personal address, then switch it over? Is that the question, sir?
Yep.
Yeah, it's fine. Just don't go back and forth too much with it and have all these different addresses all over the place, because I don't want a lot of because it's just a bot. It's just an algorithm. I don't want them to raise a red flag against you and start making you go through all these verifications. That's why I just like it to be uniform on the first way through, just to give you guys the easiest route as possible to get signed up and start making some money.
Understood.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yep, no problem. Do we have any other questions? Let me see. Still a few people I haven't heard from.
So I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so when it comes to actually like shipping the book, are you going to have like videos? Are you going to show us like how to actually pack the book, clean the book, all of that?
Yep, that's going to be sent via email. I didn't want to spend too much time doing that during the boot camp because there's so much information. But for you guys, I'm gonna send it via email. It'll be a step-by-step on how to pack it for merchant fulfill and for FBA, either way.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I know you also only mentioned like one time, I guess private labeling. Is that covered in this or
No, that's an advanced strategy that I don't teach. Definitely not for beginners. A lot of students actually have came to me after losing $20,000 to $30,000 asking me to help them get their money back. I don't recommend that for beginners. I recommend that you build a successful Amazon business first, and then if you want to transfer into private label, you can from there. But it does the upstart and the capital for that. Yeah, it's significant, and I don't think it's good for beginners.
Oh, I'll stay here then.
Yes, sir. It's safe. It's safe over here.
I got another question.
Yes, sir.
Oh, in reference to I know this is ahead of the game right now, but
okay.
If you want to scale up and to go on more wholesale stuff, do you do wholesale as well, or?
Yeah, I would say that's more advanced. Once you start making money on Amazon, you can definitely do wholesale though. Wholesale, the profit margins for me, one thing that I don't like, not unless you can work with a brand, a local brand, is that the profit margins are super thin. So I know, I think that was me and you discussing, it was probably going to be around, 30%. Wholesale, it's like 10 to 15%. So yeah, it's even smaller with that, dealing with those brands, and you have to factor in any returns that they may have. So another reason, which I should have mentioned tonight, that I like media and books is because the return rate. Anytime you guys are doing business, you know you're going to have some returns and some refunds. The return on average, the annual return is between a 3 and a 5% return for this book category. So most of the time when the books move, you're going to be able to keep that money, right? Are you going to have some refunds some of the time? Absolutely. But it's one of the lowest categories out of any category on Amazon. Clothes and shoes, one of the highest. So a lot of clothes and a lot of shoes move on Amazon, but the return rate, I think on average, is anywhere from a 20 to a 30% return rate on clothing and shoes. So definitely, you know, it's good to sell and see those big numbers but when 20, 30% of it coming back, it really don't mean much to me.
Right. Okay, thanks.
Yes, sir. No problem. Did anybody else have any other questions?
Yeah, last question.
Yes, sir.
Did the VIP package still come with a month to the Telegram group?
No, sir. That doesn't come with a month to the Telegram group.
Gotcha.
Any other questions tonight? Oh, there you go, sir. Come on.
All right, so example, right? I don't know. You say, you know, deal with like, I guess the known brands and everything like that. What if I don't know, somebody had like I don't know, maybe like a private clothing label, maybe like hats or something, they were hot. Like, is that something that can?
Yeah, so how I think about that and why I like to look at my business is super simple. If they're already moving, and the data shows it's moving, then I definitely sell it. But if it's something that I gotta run ads to and try to make people buy it, that's the hardest, at least for me, because I've started multiple businesses over the years. But whenever I started a business trying to make somebody buy something, it was always the hardest, right? So this is my brand here, Generational Wealth Vibes. I think it's a cool logo, but just imagine if I made, I don't know, 1,000 of these hats and I put them on the internet. I'm like, hey, this is the greatest hat ever. Y'all need to buy this hat. They be like, Trav, man, you cool, but I don't want your hat, bro. I'm like, why y'all don't want it? Y'all need to buy this hat right now. But on the other hand, if people were already buying this hat and I can find it undervalued someplace else, that's the way I go into. I'm not in the business of changing anybody's mind, because as adults, y'all know, you get stuck in your ways. You already know what you want to buy before you buy it. Right. So what I do is I come from the other side. I want to say, hey, what are you already buying? How can I get this undervalued? And then I'm going to put it on the platform to show you that I have what you're looking for. Does that make sense?
Perfect sense.
Okay, good. All right. Somebody asked, I had 5 accounts. So yes, the reason why I have 5 accounts is because to hedge my bet, right? Or for more safety. So after they get over, I would say between 10 to 15, really, sometimes I hold it out. When they get to 15, I'm gonna separate it. So just in case, instead of doing $75,000 a month on one account, I'm gonna spread it out. If something ever happened to that one account, I'm not out of my whole business. That's the reason why I spread them across different LLCs, if that makes sense. And I was responding to the chat, y'all.
To piggyback that, like would you have to create like 5 separate emails and everything? Like,
Yep,
as it-
I do. I
random-
do, just to
okay,
be safe. I do. Yep.
Gotcha.
Also, I guess that's good if you do get a bad review.
Oh yeah, they
Just put
spread
another
out.
account.
Yeah, I don't play. Yeah, I don't play. So I gotta make sure I'm protected. So
Right.
I mean,
There you go.
I spread them out, bro.
Yeah.
I spread them out. Do we have
Got
any?
another
Oh,
question
there you go.
about-
Yes, sir.
Going off of the different accounts. So if we're not doing a specific category or trying to build a brand, we just want to sell various items. What kind of suggestions do you have for when you make your store name or your display name on there?
Yes, sir. Great question. It doesn't have to be anything. If you like a general merchandise store, it could be anything, man, because it's basically, long as it's not anything inappropriate, it is not really gonna matter. You just need to keep your account metrics up, keep your price competitive. You're gonna get sales. Send them in the FBA, rotate around that buy box. They don't really care what your name is gonna be. You're gonna get money. You're gonna get money either way. So long as it's not anything crazy. Yeah.
So like, how do
should be
you
fine.
vary your accounts? Like, do you kind of just have a small change in them, or are they just completely different names that have nothing to do with each other?
Just random names. They could be my kid's name, anything, man. Because names, it don't really matter, to be honest with you, man. It don't matter. Long as it's not anything inappropriate. The seller's name now, if you're looking to build a brand, I'm not sure if you missed that. So let's just say, for example, if I wanted to build my own bookstore on Shopify or WooCommerce or whatever like that, I would make sure my store name is the same on Amazon, and then I would buy that URL. So I would buy www.travisbooks.com and put that as my store name, so I can start filtering some of those customers to my store, cut Amazon out, and then they come straight to my Shopify. Now, is that a long tail play? Absolutely. But some people do that. They'll slowly get a couple customers a year, then add on to that. But other than that, if you're not looking to build a brand off of Amazon, yeah, it's not going to matter, sir.
Another question.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I have another business. I have a trucking business where I have like a courier truck that I do for courier work as well.
Okay.
Can I use that same EIN number for Amazon business, or I have to do a whole new LLC?
You can, but it's gonna be real cloudy if you start making good money on Amazon, man. You're gonna have all that money coming in, your taxes gonna be all mixed up. I wouldn't do it, but you can. Absolutely, you can, sir. But I wouldn't recommend it. It's gonna get ugly.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Sir. You're welcome. Did anybody else have any other questions tonight? I don't want to leave nobody out. I don't want to leave you out. Nobody?
This
Yep.
may, I
Yes,
guess
sir.
this question may possibly be more, maybe for something for tomorrow. Let me know if it is, but
Okay.
I guess just finding, hot products, like, is there software that finds it for you, or do you have to go out and do, I guess do your own diligence and then kind of mix it up together? Like, how would that work? Or is that
Tomorrow, day
tomorrow?
2 and day 3. I got you.
Enough
Day
said.
2 and day 3. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I got you. I promise I got you. I got you. Yes, sir. We're definitely gonna get into that. Anybody else coming to the mic? I want to make sure I give everybody a chance. No other questions tonight? All right, y'all. If not, this will conclude day 1 VIP. Again, tomorrow we'll be starting at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's the general admission session. The VIP is going to be, both of them will be the same link. So I'm not going to be swapping out the links. They'll be the same links for both. The general admission, as y'all seen tonight, is usually going to go a little bit over. I try to over deliver every time. So if it's an hour, it's going to go a little bit over every night. So after that, I usually do like a 15-minute break, and then we'll jump right onto this VIP call. Okay. All right. So look to see you guys tomorrow. Y'all get some rest, and hey, let's get after this thing. Y'all be blessed. Have a great night.
Yeah, bro.
All right.